I want to start off right now with topic number one with Mr. Riddick Bowe. Riddick, if you could select one moment in time during your life that could allow you to see what might have been, which moment would it be? If you can see one moment in your life to see what might have been, which moment would it be? And if you could ask a historical figure to pick a moment in their life where they could see what might have been, which historical figure would you pick and why? Riddick, my friend, the floor is yours whenever you're ready to go, good sir.
Well, I would pick Muhammad Ali. I would ask him, why did he fight Joe Frazier the way he did? I think it was the second fight. And I would, I guess the second one I would do is ask this man Holyfield, why did he win get me? And our third fight.
Right. And let me ask you this, Riddick. If you could go back in time and have the power and the ability to inspire someone from history, anyone from history, who would it be?
Who would it be? I guess my son.
Your son, sure.
But I say that because I would love to train him. His name is Julius.
Right.
I would like to see what he could do the things I do.
My moment in my life that I would change, it would definitely be during WWE, my time there, when I was trying to figure out if I wanted to leave or not. I was kind of at a crossroads in my career. I'd been there for 7 years. I kind of had done everything I wanted to do. I was the champion. I got to see the world. I was on the cover of Maxim. I was at a crossroads like, okay, do I take some time? Do I figure out what I want to do next? And I ended up leaving. And I often wonder, like, if I would have stayed, what it would have been like, because the girls now, years later, are like main eventing. They're doing things that we would have dreamed of doing when I was there. We only got 5-minute matches. They're getting 30-minute matches. There's all these titles. There's tag titles. There's 2 different women's championships. There's all these things for women now. So it kind of makes you think, like, what if I would have stayed? It's, I just feel like they're really pushing the women. And it kind of makes me a little jealous because we didn't really have that when I was there. So it just kind of makes you think what would have happened if I would have stayed. I feel like, Marilyn Monroe, I just think she was way before her time too. Like, she was young. She was kind of pushed into the spotlight. I've read that wasn't really her persona. Like, she was just like a down to earth, like, girl, and they just kind of threw her in there and she just kind of had to fend for herself. And I think women at that time, probably a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And I just wonder, like, maybe if she would have taken a step back or just like said, okay, I need to take a break, or like just kind of like, I don't know, because I know she got into like drugs and all this stuff and ended up, I think she passed away of a drug overdose. So I just think she could have had such an amazing career if she probably would have had good people behind her, taken a step back and kind of figured out what she wanted to do. And like, if that was something she really wanted to do, keep acting or whatnot. I don't know. I just think she could have had so many good things happen to her. I just wonder what would have happened if she kind of would have taken a step back.
Well, for me, it's going to be a little professional about football. So it's going to go back to the college draft when I came out. So I think this one they had the draft on 2 days. They just started making a 2-day event, something like that. Watching the draft and just not getting picked. I kind of knew I was going to go later, but I just didn't know when because I was putting up numbers. But one thing I knew was going to hold me back was my size. So come the 3rd round, I was like, I'm going to take my mind off of it and go to the movies. So I remember going to see Martin Lawrence, The Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And my family, they kind of threw a picnic, but nobody wants to go be around and you didn't get drafted yet. So after the movie, I called home. My mother was like, where you been? The Pittsburgh Steelers been trying to call you. 3rd round, they wanted to draft me, but I wasn't on the phone. So anyway, fast forward, the Ravens ended up taking me in the 5th round. So I've always wondered, I love my career at the Ravens, but I wonder what would have been like going to the Steelers. That's our enemy though. And just how my career would have been different. But I would go with Tupac. You know, he had so much knowledge to give to the community. You know, and his life was taken away early. I feel like he had more to offer to this world, and his life was taken quickly, and you wouldn't get a chance to learn from him. It'd be cool right now if he was, you know, in a Jay-Z role, running a industry, owning a label, doing all these wonderful things. I just wonder, you know, how far he would go.
Barbie, if you could pay for one of these to watch, which one would it be and why? Rocky Balboa as a neurosurgeon, Seinfeld as a correctional officer, or Rambo as a talk show host?
Probably Seinfeld as a correction officer.
Get himself in trouble,
I used to watch Seinfeld with my parents, and I thought it was the most hilarious show, even though I didn't get it at the time.
I have to go with Seinfeld. Correctional officer. I think, you know, just being his body frame and body type, and just trying to come back with all the jokes. They probably have some good days, bad days, so I just like to see him navigate through that.
Rocky Balboa is a neurosurgeon.
Barbie, if you could pick one song that best describes a family member of yours, alive or deceased, which song would it be and why? And which family member does this song remind you of and why? Whenever you're ready, my friend, the floor is yours.
I know I talk about my dad a lot, but I feel like music was a big thing for him, and he loved Tom Petty. He has just loved Tom Petty, and I know when he was passing, we were playing Tom Petty, me and my sister, while we were laying next to him, and it's the song Don't Back Down. And it's just so, I mean, he was just such a fighter through it all. And he never wanted to see us to see him in pain. You know, years later, I saw like a medium because I wanted to like connect with him years after. And she just said, remember when there's certain songs that will play, that is your dad coming through somewhere where it's not even like that type of music, but Tom Petty will come on randomly, and it's just so crazy because I'm like, that's my dad, and I'm like, hi dad, you know what I mean? Because she's like, just be very aware that he's always with you, and those moments, just talk to him, tell him hi.
All right, so I'm gonna go with "Crazy in Love" by Beyonce and Jay-Z on the track as well. So that was for my wife. It just seems like the words in the song now that I'm older, and just like how it said "Crazy in Love," I'm like, she must show some love because I wasn't doing everything perfect. I was still young, you know, all the things that come being a football player, NFL and all that. I could have been better, which I'm doing great now, but I think she has to have some resolve and just, she likes being the best. I like being the best. She likes supporting the best, one of the best in the business, which is Beyonce. So we kind of carry that whole theme through our marriage.
My heart's with you, man. You've been through a lot.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so me and her getting through that was we had a stillborn child at 9 months pregnant during our Super Bowl run, which that was so much pressure. And, I had to be there for the family. And then at the same time, we're like on an 8-game win streak, like trying to win the Super Bowl. So it was a lot of pressure. And then having to be, that was public knowledge. It's just, that was a little tough on us. I think that was one of our biggest hurdles.
It reminds me of my mama. It's a song by Sam Cooke. I would sing it for you, but I think Sam Cooke sounds better.
Which song is it, my friend?
Honey, You Send Me.
Okay.
Honey, you send me. Honest you do, honest you do. And when I hear that song, I always think about my mama.
Awesome stuff. You had a nice time, Barbie?
I did. I had a great time. I know my kids are downstairs. Mama.
That's okay. That's okay. Did it kind of exceed expectations? Not your regular podcast, right?
It did. This was such a fun podcast. Or not podcast. I guess it's like we're just a show now. You're a show. You're a full-blown show.